Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Also welcome to a place I've never been before, and that's RSPB Langford Lowfields, I think it's called. I'm sure you can Google it and find out. I'm actually up working in Lincoln this week, and I'm got a bit of a free afternoon, evening, so I thought I'd actually check out what was around. And it turns out this place is only about 20 minutes away from where I'm staying, so I thought I'd have a wander down here. I'm currently stood in an area that has got loads of birds, loads of small birds. So if I just randomly whip the camera up and start taking pictures, you know why. Hence why I keep looking up, because I'm right below them at the moment. I'm just waiting for a bit more of an ideal opportunity. It looks like there's some long-tailed tits up there as well, and you know my obsession with getting pictures of long-tailed tits. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I've got a squirrel just above my head as well, which I have a feeling he's going to leap on me in a minute. But we shall see, we shall see. I'm actually quite excited because of the presence of the small birds that I'm in the area at the moment, and I'm barely into the actual nature reserve. So yeah, this week's video, I actually want to talk about that whole perspective thing as well. I'm just sort of stood here and it just kind of prompted me to have that conversation about changing your perspective. Now, you need to try and make sure you can get the birds at a decent height. But we'll come back and talk about that in a bit. They don't want to seem to come down at the minute, and that could be because I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, stick with us. Let's see what we can get. Okay, so not really much success from that last bit then. But you know, it's a shame. I was hoping to get a half decent picture of my long-tailed tits. I will get one eventually. Now, it's got a bit quiet as far as bird noise is concerned, but there is a farmer's field just over that side, and currently out cutting the crops, which may disturb the birds. So yeah, but we will see. Now, I don't actually know what's down here at RSPB Langford Lowfields. I think that's right. But it's only one of their smaller reserves, a bit more like Snetcham, where you've essentially got a car park and it's maintained by the RSPB, as opposed to somewhere like Bempton Cliffs or Titchwell Marsh, where they've got visitors centres and cafes and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite an interesting one. Now, coming back to this topic about changing your perspective. Now, the reason I've raised this, as I say, it was more just prompted from that little session that I had down there, trying to get the long-tailed tits. And yeah, realistically, what you're trying to obtain is getting eye level with whatever you're photographing, rather than shooting up, shooting down. And it isn't always easy. I can hear something behind me. So we're going to come back and talk about that in a moment. Sorry, I've just drifted into the shadow. I'm going to hang around here. There's a squirrel there. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can find out what bird is making that noise. Okay, so I've made it down to the main area of Langford Lowfields. Now, it's an old quarry which has been turned into a nature reserve. You can see behind me, if I swing around the other way, see just down there, there's some water and stuff. So it's an absolutely fantastic habitat for water birds now. I've seen some little egrets and some terns. Just tried taking some pictures of some terns in flight as well. So if they've come out any good, I will stick them up for you in a minute. There's another one now. That was quite close as well. Ah, well, I'm chatting to you guys. So the interesting thing about this place is that you've got about a kilometre walk from the car park, and then you come out into this haven of just stillness and silence, well, other than the farmer cutting his crops. Now, how fantastic a place. Okay, so let's chat about this whole perspective thing. Now, the best thing that you can do is, if you're shooting small birds, tends to be in trees, be patient, wait and see if they will come down onto a lower branch. It's not easy to get higher up, see your eye level with a tree, but just be patient. If you're putting a little bit up, it's not the end of the world. Now, if you're trying to shoot birds on the water, if you can get to the water's edge, sorry, the floor's a bit bumpy, if you can get down to the water's edge, fantastic. If you can get down low and either crouch, or if you're prepared to get really mucky, lay down, just so you can almost get water level. Now, I'm a bit of a croucher. I don't tend to sort of lay down. But if you ever tune into Paul Miguel, he's quite often laying in sand somewhere. So, yeah. So just try and get as eye level as possible with the birds if you can. Now, I'm gonna see what else I can see today, and we'll come back and have a further chat in a minute. Okay, that was a good little session. So over to my left hand side, that is my left by the way, there is a lake there. Obviously it's probably one of the old gravel pits, and there have been some terns flying around above there and they keep coming over my head and stuff. So I've been having a practice of birds in flight with some common terns and a couple of cormorants as well, but I don't think they came out so well. My camera was struggling to focus on them. And you can probably hear the terns. Over to my right hand side is another lake, which seems to be the main one that there's like a boardwalk or something down there that there's a load of people on, which is why I've actually come for a walk around the water's edge. And there's a heron just perched on a dead tree. I'm happy, I tell you. So yeah, seems to be quite a lovely place this. I'm going to actually have to track how far it is away from my house. Very easy to get to. Straight up the A1, across to the A46, up, and then a couple of little back roads in your ear. So yeah, I think this might actually be a place I choose to come down to a few times. We've got this lovely sort of light that's just starting to happen as well. It's a little bit brighter in my eyes at the moment. I have set it up so that the camera is in front of me. But yeah, all in all, so far a very successful shoot. So yeah, the picture of the heron, I've had a look on the back of the camera and they look fantastic. I think the difficulty for me is actually going to be able to choose one. Still just sat there. Fantastic. Oh, so happy. Yeah, so I'm going to, I don't know, there was a load of people back that way, so I might just have a bit further walk on. It's not even 7 o'clock yet, it's like 20 to 7 in the evening. Now, yeah, I've only got a hotel room to go back to, so might as well just keep walking. Well, what a place this is now. It's all gone a bit quiet, so I thought I'd come back and chat to you guys now, but yeah, that sun is just dipping down, so I apologise if I'm in the shade a bit as well, but I'll try and turn and talk it this way. Nearly had an altercation with a deer. It literally ran out of one of the bushes about 6 foot in front of me. Couldn't get the camera up in time, not a chance. It literally dived out in front of me, spun around and looked at me, and then dived back in the bushes again. It was like, oh, if it had just paused a little bit longer, might actually have got a shot. I've never actually grabbed a picture of a deer. I say I don't tend to go to places where deer are, but where's that place that I go? Southey Woods. Southey Woods has got loads of deer there. And I've stalked them before, but never actually managed to find them. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up here and admit something to you. I've actually missed quite a few decent shots tonight as well. My reactions have been a little bit slow. There's another really nice shot of a heron down there. Okay, so, don't know if I can get close enough. So the problem is, and I say problem, it's all here for the wildlife. I don't know if you can see behind me all this overgrown area before you can get to the water's edge. Now, yeah, it does mean I might have to try and shoot that distance and then crop in, but yeah, I'm gonna have a go at this shot and then we'll come back and have another chat in a bit. But yeah, let's see what I can make of this. Okay, so I'm back at the entrance, it's just behind me now, and I'm looking out onto the water. So we've just lost the light, it has gone really overcast, but I'm still down here in case you can probably hear the terns in the background. Typical, they just go silent as I stop talking. Yeah, there you go, you might be able to hear them. And they're still flying around like mad. But yeah, Langford Lowfields, what a place. Yeah, I've just actually been quite blown away by it. It was only, I came here on a whim really, with no great expectations, purely because I'm working over this neck of the woods for a couple of days, and yeah, I thought I'd just make the most of this evening, and I have not been disappointed. So with the terns and the herons and the cormorants, spending a bit more time down here as well with all the small birds and stuff in the scrub, and birds in flight, birds on the water, little egrets, swans, geese. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to sign out now because we haven't got much light left, and I'm probably going to head back to the car. I've got to get some food and stuff before heading to the hotel as well. So yeah, right, well, first of all, don't forget to change your perspective. Remember, try and get to the eye level of a bird. Easier said than done sometimes, but it's always worth it. Now, obviously, if you like the video as well, give us the old thumbs up and drop some subscribes from down the bottom. And yeah, this is Mike out. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.